sir, what I really do. BC Gang, welcome back to the channel. So listen here, familiar. After like 10 business days, I managed to do it. All right, I've been out here struggling, fighting for my life in this Yu-Gi-Oh street. Just so I could build this deck, I had to go to my jeweler and get some gems for my gems. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
gems. That's a bar, bro. All right, I'm gonna let it slide. You don't get it. You don't get it. Either way, yeah, I finally managed to build the deck. Some of you saw me play a different version of this deck. It was a going second version as well, but there's a few cards that I changed. Some of you told me to add certain cards, check some out. I took some of your advices and. It's true, which is the Red Reboot. I wasn't playing the Red Reboot mostly, but I decided to add it, and honestly, it's been helping. And not as much as I necessarily could be helping, but it's been helping. But either way, it's a 40 card deck list. The reason why this deck is good is because it's basically Tenpai at home. That's all it is. Now, this is definitely more of an interesting deck than Tenpai because you can be stopped, you can be hand trapped. You're not, you're not completely immune to everything, which makes it a little bit more fun because you still have that thrill of like, oh, what if my opponent has a nib or has an ash, and did I play through everything? With Tenpai, you don't get that. With Tenpai, you have your field spell, and then you know that you just won the game. So really cool. Now, another reason why this deck is good is because you get to play a whole bunch of stupidity. Like the Mochame Perolias, you get to play through 3 Fualos, and any deck, 2 Lancias as well. But any deck that you could play Perolia, Fualos, and Lancia in, you're having a great time. It's legitimately insanity the amount of times that you're going to throw any one of these out, and then your opponent is going to try and call by the grave, and you just Lancia. It's one of the most disgusting things that we have in the game right now, but it's here. Either way, we're going to cut down the deck list. Well, go over the deck list. We're going to play 2 Maxis, 1 Ash Blossom. Wait, whoa. Laugh at him. What's he doing? I don't know, all right? I was playing 3 Ash. I made the deck like this. I decided to keep an Ash. And it's been doing decent. So if you don't like the 1 Ash, just take it out. Because I know it looks kind of goofy, just 1 Ash. But you could just maybe play 3 copies of this, play 3 Lancias. I don't know, you could play 3 or whatever else that you want. As a matter of fact, you should be playing 3 copies of the Gen Knight Dispersion. But I'm broke, as you can see, with 0 UR does. So I could only afford 2, alright? That's all it is. So the Ash is going to stay. 2 copies of the Germ Armadillo because it's technically a 1-card combo. It's not the greatest 1-card combo, but you're going to activate this, search for her, and then you're going to get yourself your Brilliant Fusion. That's what I do most of the time. We're going to play 3 copies of the Quartz, which basically searches. It doesn't search. It's just going to set any one of these 2 right here for you, and then you get to pop off from there. So yeah, we played 3 copies of her. She also has the effect that when she's sent to the graveyard as a fusion material, she can add one of the monsters in your graveyard back to the hand, which is really nice. 2 Perolias, 3 Fualos, and then we're gonna play 3 copies of the Neferin. I think it's Neferin. If it's not, it should be because it sounds cool. Anyway, 3 copies of that. One of the best 1-card starters. You could summon this, search in one of your Gem Knight cards, and then you can start popping off from there. If this thing is sent to the graveyard as not even as a fusion material, if we just sent to the graveyard, then where was it at? If this card is sent from the hand or deck to the graveyard, you can send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard if you do special summon this card, which could be really good for extension because you could definitely just use it as a body to fusion summon from your deck, which is really nice, and then just summon it and search, which is really, really cool. Really great card for this deck. So we played 3 copies of it. 2 Lancias. You already know, you need 3 specific hand traps to beat my list nowadays. You need a Lancia, you need a Nibiru, and you need a Red Reboot. You need all 3 of those cards in your hand. If you don't have it, you still got to scoop. Even if you have the Lancia, just go home. It's not going to matter because it happened to me a gazillion times. Either way, we're going to play 2 copies of the Gen Knight Hollow Core, which is an amazing card for this deck. It special summons itself. It's going to send the Gem Knight Fusion to the graveyard. Now you have a body on the field that you didn't need to normal summon for. And also, as soon as it's in the graveyard, if you have other Gem Knight cards, you basically have an Omni Negate, which is nuts. I think it's crazy. So we play 2 copies of it. 1 copy of Nibiru, of course. 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, 1 Heavy Storm, 1 copy of the Gem Knight Fusion. 2 copies of Lightning Storm, 1 Triple Tactic D Talent, because we're talented. Triple Tactic's Rust, 2 copies. 2 copies of the Gemini Disruption, which you 100% should be playing 3 copies of. But if I've been doing well with it at 2, you should be fine with it at 2 as well. We're gonna play 3 copies of the Brilliant Fusion. You definitely need 3 copies of the Brilliant Fusion. 100% need 3 copies of that. It's the best card in the deck. Thing is tough. 1 copy of the Scatter Fusion. I'm really glad this is not a UR because I would have cried a little bit. But yeah, really, you're gonna set this and you're gonna fusion summon. If your opponent has a monster on the field, you get to fusion summon using monsters from your deck or extra deck. It's really crazy. 3 copies of the Forbidden Droplet and 2 copies of Red Reboot. Again, you're basically just playing Tempai at home. That's all it is. A lot of the games you're gonna win because of Perulia, Mochomi, or Maxi. So yeah, but even without those, you could be doing really well at breaking boards. You're gonna see in the replays. For the extra deck, 1 Gemini Seraphite. Barely ever even made this thing. It gives you an extra normal summon, but I legitimately almost never used it. 1 copy of the Gemini Lady Lapis. Lapis, am I saying that right? That sounds great. Lapis. This thing, because I don't know, fam. I don't know, whatever. Lazuli, that thing. 1 copy of it, which does burn damage. That's all you need to know. The Gemini Ruby is going to send a card to the graveyard to gain an attack boost, and then it's going to do piercing damage, which can come in clutch. The Gemini Aquamarine. This thing is nuts as well because it's just, you send it to the graveyard from the field. Don't think you're going to use it as fusion material. Well, if you use, listen. As long as it's sent from the field to the graveyard, you get to bounce a card back to the hand. That's all you need to know. We're going to play the Topaz, which basically, if you send it to the graveyard, and then you copy its effect, you could attack twice in the same battle phase, which is why we use it in combination with our Master Diamond over here. So we're going to play with Gemini Prismaura. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. If you have basically any single Gemini card in the hand, you could discard it to pop a card on the field, which is really nice. And then we're going to play 1 Gemini Lady Rose, which if it's your turn and your opponent has a board, make this first if you have a lot of follow-up. And every time they activate anything, just banish one of your Gemini monsters or cards from the graveyard and just pop a card on the field. This thing is actually hella oppressive. Go insane, and it's kind of nuts. It's like, oh, you want to activate something? I'm popping something. So you better have a negate for this as well. Again, 1 Gemini Master, which can copy any effect of your other Gemini monsters. We're going to play 2 copies of the Gemini Master Diamond Dispersion, which you might be okay with 1 copy. 2 copies is best, definitely, but you might be okay with 1 copy. 1 copy of the Gemini Lady Brilliant. This thing is tough because you could just send a card to send one of your Gemini monsters from the field to the graveyard, and then you could basically, without needing a summoning condition, fusion summon any one of these onto the field, which is crazy. So she's really cool. We're gonna play 1 Typhoon because Typhoon. Plan L, but sometimes could be Plan A if depending on the board. We're gonna play 2 copies of Gemini Phantom Quartz. This thing is nuts. It's gonna search your fusion spell most of the time, and then it's gonna fusion summon with the monsters that you use as fusion materials with that thing because they're gonna go into the graveyard. It's freaking crazy. So 2 copies of that, and then 1 copy of the SP, the Littlest Knight, aka Stuart de la Little. Let me show you how the deck did real quick. Now, so far, I had a horrible experience. As you can see, I've been to Diamond 2. I climbed to Diamond 2, D-rank to Diamond 4, climb back up to Diamond 2, D-rank to Diamond 5, and then climb back up to Diamond 3. Now I'm on a 3-game win streak. Now, it wasn't all with this deck. I've been playing tier limits and this deck. And then I crashed out on Saturday. I was playing for a little bit, crashed out, and I lost a bunch of games because I was really angry at the game. But either way, yeah. So far we've got we lost 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're 11 and 9. And yeah, now some of these replays are kind of nuts. This one, honestly, I feel bad for, bro. He's playing Sorcerer, made one of the most beautiful Sorcerer boards you could ever ask for in your life, and he got bodied by 2 spells. I'm gonna show you that in a second. I have a bunch of replays. I started off with this one right here because it's against Ryseal. Now, I don't have any against my list because my list, the duels that I won is either I threw out a Lancia and they scooped, or I actually caught him with a nib that mattered and they scooped. So no real plays there, or I lost because they made the full board. Either way, here they're gonna normal summon the Ice Ryseal. Give me a quick second because you know we have to hit the show. Yeah, they're gonna normal summon the ice, special summon the sword, regular combo. Sword's gonna get themselves an EXT. Here they're gonna use both of these monsters going to the Banshee. It's the old combo, I guess, but people are still doing it. They're gonna detach a material. He's gonna get another ice to the hand for the follow-up. He already had the star, activate the star, set the cross. Maybe he was trying to bait out hand traps that I don't have. Especially some in the EXT, they're gonna send the aggregator, get themselves the sword back to the hand. Well, not back, but a second copy to the hand, which means bro has the ultimate follow-up. So here they're gonna go into the detonator with a 2-level force, activate detonator, attach the aggregator. Here they're gonna special summon the node. Bro's hand was immaculate to begin with. He could have played through about 3 hand traps with this hand, and he would have been alright. So here 2-level force, go into the drive, double the license that you need, because it's duo. I'ma shut up now. Either way, activate the dual drive, detach 2, get yourself the right seal plug into the hand, get yourself another EXT, because apparently he still has the trap. I don't know how bro drew like this. Special summon the sword, special summon the ice. Okay, go into the Phantom Blast, and set a card in the background. I'm not gonna lie, this has to be one of those. I didn't even realize you got rid of your plasma hull to summon a body. All right. Okay. So we have 2 launchers that are perfectly useless, as we're gonna activate a Learning Stone here to try and get rid of the back row. They're gonna activate the plugin called the plug. Plug on a special summon a Banshee, attaching another card to the detonator here. We're gonna wipe out the back row. Normal summon an Armadillo, activate the Dillo, and we're gonna get popped. No, we're not, because I have the juice over here with my tears, my droplet. Send 2 copies of the Lancer that are useless, and negate 2 monsters on the field. So here we're gonna negate the drive, and we're gonna negate the detonator, because by negate, well, actually, yeah, I was gonna say maybe I should have negated this, but since they don't have 2000 attack or whatever, this thing is essentially negated. So we're good. Armadillo gets to go off because we weren't pop, even though that wasn't gonna negate us. Get a quartz to the hand, activate the quartz, get rid of the quartz so we can set our scatter fusion. Activate the scatter fusion. Well, flip it, activate its effect. We're gonna send 2 monsters to the graveyard, the hollow core and the quartz. We're gonna make the rose diamond so I can start popping if he wants to activate anything. Activate the quartz at the hollow core. Hollow core activates, special summon it by sending the gem knight fusion. He's going to detach here, and he can't pop. He knows this. The reason he did this was because he wanted to negate something. Now me, I'm like, okay, you're gonna negate my Lady Rose. I don't really care. It's not like you have anything to activate for me to pop unless it's a hand trap. So I'm cool with that. But then I realized bro has never played against Gem Knight and decided to negate my hollow core that doesn't do anything on the field. It's just a body that I'm gonna use to go into the Phantom Quartz. Activate the Phantom Quartz. We're gonna search a copy of the Gem Knight Dispersion. Activate the Dispersion to fusion summon using 3 monsters into a copy of the Diamond Dispersion. Here they're gonna hit me with the nib. No, I have an Omni Negate in the graveyard. Sad times in the kingdom for bro. Get that thing out of here. That's why I wasn't worried about the nib. And again, this is one of the reasons why this deck is kind of fun to play. Because nib would have definitely... Honestly, nah. Nib doesn't even cook us here. I think even through the nib, we still win. Because all I have to do is fusion summon into another copy of this. With the Brilliant Fusion, and we might have been a high. But I decided to negate it because what else am I supposed to be worried about, right? Nib is the only thing, but then he has a plasma hole that I had no idea what the heck he was gonna do by sending a triple tactic talent to the graveyard and going to a Ray Lancer. Now this is extremely smart. Now how could I have outed this? I thought I had the out, right? So I'm gonna activate the dispersion here. Special summon 1, special summon 2, and special summon 3. Now this was my out to this, right? I'm like, this is easy peasy lemon squeezy, we're good. I'm gonna send this to the graveyard, and I forgot that I might be a little bit of an idiot. I should have negated this, because now this thing is negating the full armor Utopic Ray from being targeted, which I need to do with this card, and I didn't realize that until I realized that I only had one choice to bounce back. So I had to bounce it back. This thing stays on the field. That was my only out. I activate the quartz. We're gonna use 3 monsters, fusion summon into the Brilliant Diamond. We're going to activate the Brilliant Fusion here, send 2 monsters to the yard, bring the Rose. Now I brought the Rose back, hoping that he activates something to pop this thing. And I thought maybe if I pop it, it'll get negated. I knew it wasn't, but I was like, I'm gonna try. Either way, send a card to the graveyard, special summon the Master Diamond, activate the Master Diamond, banish the Topaz, so we could attack twice. And now this thing is gonna negate us. Now, unfortunately, we don't have an Omni Negate or anything like that. I decided to pop it. It's not like it's gonna negate it, so sometimes in the kingdom, we still get negated. So pop it. As you can see in a quick second, we're still negated. So I don't do the piercing damage. I can't attack twice. Attack for the 16. We're going to activate again. We're negated. Attack for the 2450. Do no damage. And I can't attack with this thing because I fusion summon it with the Phantom. And Phantom says if I fusion summon this, I can't attack directly. So I should have most definitely just attacked with this before I attacked with anything else. But I'm an idiot. So Gemini Fusion, banish the Quartz, add it back to the hand. I have 1 plan left. Use 3 monsters on the field and make another Diamond Dispersion, which is not gonna do much of anything, but maybe bring more bodies onto the field. And we all know that bro has 50,000 extenders because he searched for them during his turn. Activate the EXT, get himself the sword to the hand, special summon the sword, activate the sword. Now mind you, I could have negated any one of these because we still have the Hollow Core. That's the crazy part, but we knew he had like 3 extenders in the hand. It doesn't even matter. He's gonna get the ice, use both of these, go into the Extinction Knight. Now we could have also negated this, but I let it happen. So wipe out the whole board. He's gonna normal summon an ice, activate the ice, special summon that node, go into Duel de la Drive, double the license, and he's licensed to do no damage and also scoop. Yeah. He lost due to the time limit. I mean, bro spent like 30 years doing that one combo at the beginning, getting rid of a bunch of resources he didn't need to get rid of. And then it took him a little bit to figure out that he wanted to activate the Plasma Hole to exceed summon into Ray Lancer. So, yeah. So with that being said, let me show you. I have more replays, but I'm going to show you the saddest thing you're probably going to see in this game in a minute. Let's go. All right, familia. Here we are for replay number 2 of the day. And like I said, this has to be one of the saddest things. Like, I felt bad about this. I legitimately, if I should have sent bro some flowers or something, be like, yo, bro, it's okay. Everything's going to be all right. Life goes on. Because I would have cried and deleted this game after what happened here. He's playing a 50-card deck. He has a Sorcerer Field, Sorcerer Sleeves, Sorcerer everything, and he's playing Sorcerer. Normal summon the Moyi, activate the Moyi, get the Taya. He's gonna get a token. We're playing the game now. Get a Qing Yao onto the field. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bring it out here. Activate Qing Yao's effect. They're gonna activate the Moyi to chain block it. Drawing a card here, which is really nice. Regular Sorcerer shenanigans. They draw a card. Search for a Sorcerer Sacred Summit. Activate the strategist here. Send a card to the graveyard, which is going to be the Ashuna. Get a token. Ashuna is going to activate since they have the token. Special summon Shatana. We're going to use a level 6, a level 4, make it level 10. I think he was locked into. Either bro is just the ultimate sorcerer enjoyer. I mean, this thing is prismatic. Come on now. I was going to say he should have went into Baron de la Flor. I don't know if he's locked yet or not. But golly, that thing looked tough, boy. So yeah, either way, summon that thing. Activate the strategist, burn us for the 12. Activate the Saruya. His hand was immaculate. 50 cards, consistent, craziness. Go into a copy of the Mula. Get that money. Sinister is going to activate here as well to draw a card if I'm not mistaken. Chain block, all of that with Saruya. Bro is immaculate. A brilliant place. Special summon that whatever that thing is. Tenji Infinity, field spell. Activate it. Get yourself a Heavenly Dragon Circle, which is crazy because they're going to activate the summit, bring the Shatana back, activate the circle here, get the Shatana out of here to get a Protos. To get a Protos, special summon the Protos by banishing 3, set to back row, and the turn, get the field spell out of here, and set the other field spell that can allow you to draw 2 cards. Now let's just look at this board right now. Qing Yao. This thing which can banish a spell or monster and burn for 12. Yeah, burn for 12. A floodgate for dark monsters, which I don't play a single one of them. 2 back row and a card in the hand. This is beautiful. Honestly, it is. And then I perform a little bit of magic. Now you see it. You're gonna hit a Harpy's Feather Duster. Get the back row out of here, which was, oh god, yeah, beautiful back row. Beautiful back row. Call by the Grave. Infinite Impermanence. This he 100% thought he was gonna win this duel. That's one. That's two. I don't know where the board went, bro. I don't know. You saw it and then it disappeared. Now you have a lonely floodgate over here, the Protoss, and it's just sad. I normal summon my Nephilim. It's a light monster. It's not even dark. Activate it. Get the Quartz, which is an Earth. All of them are Earth or light. Sometimes in the Kingdom. Get the Scatter Fusion. Let's scatter out of here into a copy of our Saphanite. I can't speak English. I'm sorry. Activate the Brulin Fusion here. Send 3 copies of 3 monsters to the graveyard to fusion summon into our Diamond Dispersion. And as of right now, whatever that thing is in the hand doesn't even matter. Because I have an Omni Negate in the graveyard. It doesn't even matter. The only thing we have to worry about is Protoss, which is sitting on. He still has hope. Activate the Quartz. Bring the Hollow Core to the hand. Activate the Dispersion. Get us out of here. Special summon Ruby. Special summon the Aquamarine, and then the Topaz. We're gonna activate the Ruby, send the Aquamarine. Aquamarine is gonna bounce back the Protoss, and bro's gonna scoop. Somebody play that Naruto song, that Sadness and Sorrow, that ding 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 ding. Yeah, play that in the background, cause that was just sad. That was honestly, I dropped a tear for bro. I'm not gonna lie. Let's continue. All right, familia. Here we are for replay numero 3. This is another one against the Seals, the Rye Seals. I don't remember how this went, but they have a 7 Ascension, getting themselves a copy of the 7 Tachyon. Of course, we're gonna speed this up a little bit. Already has the Cross, special summon the EXT. EXT gonna get themselves the Sword, special summon the Sword. Sword's gonna activate, get an Ice. It still has a normal summon the Ice, special summon the Star. Activate the Star, set the plugin in the back, craziness. Here they're gonna go into a dual drive. I don't know why. It's kind of goofy. Why wouldn't you just go into Detonator right now? Detonate, I mean, sure, whatever. Dual drive, activate, attach the other dual drive that they sent, and use both of these going to the Blast Dragon. Okay, never mind. It makes sense. It makes sense. Blast Dragon, he's going to detach from the Blast Dragon. Now he's definitely protected. Getting himself a copy of the Node and a copy of the Plasma Hole. He's going to special summon the Node, activate the Node, send the Fualos to the graveyard, special summon the Star back onto the field to make a Detonator. Bring it out here. Clean combo. Activate the Detonator. Attach the Ice. Never send the Aggregator. Say it twice. I'm sorry, bars. Either way, he said the back, which is a Plasma Hole. So basically, protected from being targeted. 3 pops. The monster negate. Double pop in the back. And a basically revive for this thing. Or just a plus another pop. Let's see how we do here. Hand is already looking juicy from what I can tell. We're going to start it off. Normal summon the Nephilim. Nephilim going to activate. He's going to detach to pop Nephilim. I don't know why, but they do. So we're going to activate the Droplet. Send the Brilliant Fusion. Send the Nephilim. And let me see. Let me see something. Definitely. Okay. I have to stop doing that. I have to stop doing that. Because this thing doesn't, I don't be me, all right? Always negate this thing instead of this. Because if the Plasma Hole thing that happened in the last replay happens again, you're just going to lose stupid the way I would if it did happen. Because I don't think it did. But, yeah, just negate this thing. Because negating this thing doesn't really, I mean, it essentially, this is not protecting them anymore. But just negate this thing. Just do that. Yep, stop all of that. Activate the field spell here to negate the Nephilim. I'm going to activate my triple taxed talent. Now, hold on. If this is negated by the Droplet, it's still, like, it's actually negated, right? It's not like a, never mind, I don't freaking care. Activate the triple taxed talent here. We're going to draw 2. I should have most definitely went for the takeover. I think I went for the draw too because I was trying to be cocky and draw into the back removal. I was having fun, but I didn't, and this draw wasn't the greatest. I mean, this is nice, but it's not that great either way. Activate the depression, dispersion. My fault. Activate the quartz and into the graveyard. Get myself a Scatter Fusion here. Activate the Scatter Fusion. Scatter Fusion gonna activate. Send 2 cards to the graveyard. Get the Lady Rose. Now if bro breathes, I get to pop a card. Activate the Quartz. Bring back the Nephilim for no reason. Activate the Brilliant Fusion. Send 3 monsters to the graveyard. Fusion materials to fusion summon into the dispersion. Activate the dispersion. Disperse myself out of here. Special summon the Tapas, the Aquamarine, and the Ruby. Activate Gemini Fusion. Use both of these and the monster in the hand as fusion materials to go into my Master Diamond. This, honestly, listen, it's not because I'm doing it, but that's some saucy play right there. That's so nice because now we get to bounce our cards back to the hand, and I can activate this and copy the effect of the tapas to attack twice and burn. Wow, that's beautiful, beautiful. All right, coach, we're gonna send back the dual drive. I don't know why. It seems like it's just better to send this. I send it back because of the plasma hole. We're still worried about the plasma hole. That's what's happening. So again, we're gonna activate the Master Diamond. We're gonna banish the Tapa so that way I can attack twice and burn. Activate the Ruby here. Send a copy of the Rose Diamond so that way I can get the attack boost and do piercing damage. He's gonna activate Detonator. I don't know why the thing is negated, so this doesn't even matter. All right. Yep. Congratulations. We got a huge attack boost. Now I go for the attack. He's going to activate the plugin. Special summon the EXT. EXT. Oh, they're going to attach it to the detonator. Again, EXT is going to activate. We haven't asked for that. Not that we necessarily need it, but we have it. So now, bro, made it way easier. We already had lethal damage, but now you have a less defense body on the field, so I'm going to pierce that thing. But either way, they have a plasma hole. Like I said, we do not care. You can't nib us right now. We cannot be nipped in the battle phase. And that was the only thing we were worried about, because we're not worried about anything else. We negate that. We do a crap ton of piercing damage, and then I attack and burn him for 3k. Honestly, that was beautiful. That was definitely just masterful play by yours truly. Nah, so I probably did all of that. Like, I'm good with the deck, decent, but I be making mistakes with it all the time. So I get hyped when I actually play it right. Let's continue. All right, familia. Here we are for replay numero 4. Number 4 of the day. I don't know what the heck we're playing against. It's not my list because I don't think so. Well, okay, yeah, I remember this. This might have been from the live stream. So you might have seen this as we're going to normal summon the stage, get the maiden to the hand, activates at the true light. But I had to put this in here because this was crazy. This replay is completely nuts. As they're going to special summon the spirit here, activate the spirit, get the Mausoleum. Mausoleum activate. They're going to follow that up with the spirit. Wait, excuse me? Did I not see it? Did he send it? What? Alright, I don't read that. Okay. Special summon Blue Eyes, activate the maiden special. Okay, he never. Okay. He didn't activate it. He's going to target the maiden so the maiden can be activated. Maiden's going to special summon a copy of the stage back onto the field. And now they're going to send a Blue Eyes to the graveyard, activate the True Light, set a bingo machine go, activate the machine, show us 3 wishes, grab one of the wishes to the hand, activate the wishes. I don't have an Ash because I only play 1 copy. Send a Paradise to the graveyard. Bro's playing Fiendsmith, I think. Effect Veiler to the hand plus the Roar. Banish the wishes. Set the Ultimate Dragon. Special summon a Tyrant Dragon. Now, mind you, chat list. I called you chat. I'm so used to streaming now because I've been consistent. They special summon the Tyrant Dragon. Now, till this day that this happened, I didn't understand why the heck people did this. And then bro showed me why, which you're going to see later in the replay. As they're going to special summon the spirit here. Get the spirit out of here to get the Crimson Dragon. Show me the red. Activate the Crimson. Get himself the Rumble. Here they're going to activate the Roar. Special summon another Blue Eyes onto the field. Honestly, combo is beautiful. No Primite, which is mainly probably the reason why we got to win this. As they're going to special summon another Spirit. Activate the Spirit. Get it out of here. Special summon the Ultimate Spirit Dragon. activate the Crimson, target the Ultimate Dragon, so that way they could special summon on the level 12? 12, right? Yeah, 12. Going to the Divine Cipher, set a back row, Cipher gonna activate to protect from destruction, and the turn. So I think this is the trap. I'm pretty sure. Basically, negate and pop, and Valor in the hand, if I'm not mistaken. We draw into Maxi at the perfect time, of course. Activate the Dispersion. They have an Ash. So yeah, it's about 5 to 6 disruptions. We have the Droplet here. Send the Maxi because we don't need it. Send that Dispersion to the yard. We only need to negate 2 bodies on the field. Stop that and stop that right there. We get negated, but it is what it is. We're going to activate the Triple Tactic Talent. Went for the draw 2. He already asked, so I know this is definitely going through. Taking over any one of these doesn't matter. And he has a Valor in the hand, which we do not care about. We don't. So we draw into nice Hollow Cord. Not necessarily the greatest, but it is what it is. Send the Gem Knight Fusion. He's going to activate the Paradise. Bro forgot that he never even started the Fiend Smith combo. Congratulations. This does nothing. There's no Fiend Smith card for you to bounce my card back. So, okay. Hollow Core into the field. Normal summon the Nephilim. Activate Nephilim. There it is, the Majesty. Bro's going to decide to pop 2 and negate the Nephilim. Muy bien. Congratulations. Makes sense. Makes perfect sense. And this would have been the end of us if this thing was once per turn. Well, it has 2 effects. So, activate Dispersion. He's going to activate the True Light here. And I came up with the perfect plan. This was during the live stream. You can go watch it. It was on Friday, last live stream. So I purposely did this, right? Use this thing, send Nephilim and Quartz to the graveyard, and we're going to make a Rose Diamond. Now, why did I make a Rose Diamond? Because my opponent does not read. And I know that he doesn't read because he's a real Yu-Gi-Oh player. So because I know this, I know exactly what to do. We're going to hook up with the Lady Rose. I know that I'm going to activate the Quartz. I know that I'm going to activate the Nephilim, which I should have done it in the other chaining order. It should have been her first and then her second. Now here, I knew exactly what was going to happen. Of course, you're going to activate the Maiden. You don't need to. It's not going to do anything, but you did. So now I get to banish a card and pop the True Light, which is going to get rid of your whole entire field. Get that thing out of here. Telling you, bro. Big brains. Special summon the Nephilim. Get the Nephilim to the hand. True Light. Wipe the field. Activate the Ultimate Slayer. And that's why people make the Tyrant Dragon during their turn. Because if you get to break the board, now they have a big body on the field for protection. Now, I did not know that that was the reason why. I probably would still not do this unless I'm playing 2 copies of this. But it works. As I'm going to activate the Nephilim. Get another summon onto the field. That's all I need is 2 bodies. And we get to cook. As we're going to go into the Quartz. Cook it up. Activate the Quartz. Get myself a Quartz to the hand. Activate the Quartz and then to the graveyard. Get ourselves a copy of the Brilliant Fusion. Activate the Brilliant Fusion. Send 3 monsters to the graveyard as fusion materials for our Dispersion. Activate our Phantom here. Use 3 of these to fusion summon into the Master Diamond. Activate the Dispersion, get it out of here. Special summon Ruby, Aquamarine, and Topaz. It's always like this. Activate the Rubies and the Aquamarine. Aquamarine, activate to target this thing and bounce it back. Get it out of here. Oh, they have a negate for a bounce back. Well, we have a negate for your negate that's negating my negate. Shout out to DK. Negate the negate that's negating the negate. Thing is negated. We get a huge attack boost. Bounce this thing back. Here comes the scoop. Nah, this deck can be a little busted. I'm not going to lie. This deck can be a little busted. I'm not going to lie because that was crazy. That was just pure insanity. Let's continue. All right, familia. Here we are for the semi to last replay. What do I mean by that? It's a replay before the last one. Why did I explain that? I don't know. Normal summon and Ash. Okay, I remember this. I did play this deck in the Duelist Cup. Again, if you want to see that, just go watch the live stream. Here they're going to special summon the Poplar after searching it with the Ash, getting themselves the field spell. They're going to link off the Poplar into a Link Karibo so that way they can put the Poplar in the back. I'm assuming you're gonna set the field spell. No, activate the Ash, get these both out of here. Especially summon the Flameberg. Now I don't know what the heck bro's playing, because I can't check. But he's gonna send the Divine Temple. Set a Diablo Star in the back. Use both of these to go into an early. A Peg Knight. Activate special summon 2 bodies back onto the field with the Flameberg. Link 2 plus 2 other monsters equals an Apollo. Right. Okay. Activate the Avastar. Special summon set a Flamer in the back. Now listen, bro. This is I don't know. I don't know what the combo was, what the plan was. I know this board is dookie, but we still kind of played it in a funny way. You have to see it, right? You have to see it. You just gotta see how funny it was. It's not that funny. But Maxi, I was playing a Call by the Grave at the point in time of this duel happening. Because like I said, I started with a different deck list, changed it around. The one that I have now is the one that I like the most for this type of playstyle anyways. So yeah, give the Maxi the finger, activate the Gemini Fusion. We're gonna use both of these monsters to get a Sephirite. The reason why I did this is just so we have the up. Well, I was trying to set up my Omni Negate in the graveyard early because we don't need both of those monsters in the hand at all. Activate the Nephilim. He's gonna activate the field spell to special summon the Flameberg onto the field. Bring it out here. Right. Nephilim is gonna send Nephilim to the graveyard to special summon. I was honestly just trying to bait out the Apollo Negate with this thing, but he never negated it, which is fine. As I special summon this and activate, he is gonna negate now. So sad times in the kingdom, but it is what it is. So we're gonna negate it. I can't search. It's fine. We're gonna activate the talents because I'm talented. Take over the Apollo. That's our girl now. Sharon. We're Sharon. Sharon is Karen. Use both of these monsters and go into the Quartz. Activate the Quartz. They're gonna activate Fantastical Dragon. That thing is not fantastic at all because it's gonna get negated by this Apollo. Now the reason why I decided to negate this is because bro has 2 cards in the hand. We know what one is now, and then the other one, if it's nib, we're still gonna have a negate to stop that. So we do not care. We do not care. As we're gonna negate that thing again, the Quartz is gonna activate, getting a copy of the regular Quartz. Activate it, send it to the graveyard, get ourselves a copy of the Scatter Fusion. Activate the Scatter Fusion so I can scatter myself out of here into a copy of Our Lady Rose Diamond. Now we're going to activate the Quartz, add a Nephilim back to the hand, which doesn't really matter. Activate the Phantom here, use all 3 of these monsters to go into Dispersion. Dispersion activate, get myself out of here. Let me guess, Ruby, my Aquarium, whatever, and Taupa. We're going to activate the Gemini Fusion, banish a card so I can add it back to the hand. Activate the Gemini Fusion, use all 3 of these monsters here to fusion summon into our Master Diamond. We're going to activate the Aquamarine, bounce back that Snake Eyes. All right. That's the bronze for you. That's going to call you chat again. Either way, we bounce back the Snake Eye Diabastar because it's the only problem that we have, honestly speaking. We're going to activate Ruby here, send the Tapas, activate the Master Diamond to basically copy the effect of the Tapas. As you can see, we're now the Tapas itself. And yeah, we're going to slap this thing for the 500. Burn for 3,000. Of course, he's going to activate it to special summon 2 monsters back. We have Apollo. We have Apollo. And on top of that, we still have the Hollow Core. I'm still protected from anything else that he has, which we know is nothing. As we're going to burn him for 3, slap him for 35, and slap him for the 43. This deck is a little nuts. I'm not going to lie. This deck is a little nuts. I'm not. It's a little crazy. It's just too many spells that fusion summon. Too many ways of searching the spells that fusion summon. Even though some of them die to an Ash. So with that being said, let's continue. All right, gang. Here we are for the last replay of the day. Little more chill replay. Bro still kind of went full combo, but they're playing Regenesis. So special summon the Kashira Unicorn. I'm not going to lie. I know you know this by now, but I hate Kashira Unicorn. I like Kashira, just the artwork and everything of it. I don't really enjoy Floodgate, but Kashira is cool. My main problem with this thing is I hate when people touch my extra deck or my deck. That's why I hate Runic as well. Don't touch the things on the field and maybe in my hand. No, not really. Don't touch anything in my hand. Either way, Kashira Unicorn, because we activated a freaking draw, I lose my freaking Master Diamond. So sometimes in the Kingdom, now they're going to activate the Theosis, Special Summon Fenrir. I thought this was pure cash for a second. No, it's not. Regenesis Code. Special Summon the... Regenesis Arf. Okay. Well. Couldn't bro search with this? If this card is no more special summon, you can average. Oh, my fault. I'm stupid. I drew them. I was gonna say, couldn't you have searched with this? But it's crazy that he already had the Sage. So banish a card on the field, banish a card from my extra deck, Omni Negate, and whatever this back row is plus what is in the hand. So here we join to the follows at perfect timing. Activate Dispersion. We're gonna get a copy of the Hollow Core here. I'm going to activate the Hollow Core, send a copy of the Gem Knight Fusion, and of course I'm going to chain the full Wallows to that just in case bro special summons from the extra from the deck, because he's not going to do it from the extra deck. Special summon the Hollow Core. Of course we're going to lose another card. We're going to lose the Rose Diamond, which is smart. These are both really good, smart decisions, but do they matter? Probably not. As I'm going to activate the talents, bro's going to negate the talent because I was going to take control of his Omni Negate. Not really. I wanted this more than anything, but it is what it is. We negate it and pop it. Now we have the Brilliant Fusion. Bro has an Ash. And maybe you should play the Call by the Grave. Because at this point in time, this being Ash means we lose. But I have a finger. El Dedo. Activate that thing. Give the Ash. Get it out of here. Body it. Negate it. Whatever you want to call it. It's done. No more feats out here. Brilliant Fusion gonna activate, send 3 monsters. You know how this goes. Get Dispersion. Dispersion, get herself out of here. Oh, never mind. Hold on. Quartz. Add the Nephilim. Did I normal summon? I haven't. It's full combo. Nephilim. Oh! My bad. Bro's hand was good. Didn't matter, no. Now, you could say that he should have negated Dispersion. No, he can't. If he does, I'll just bounce myself out of here. So this is basically... anything that targets this, it doesn't matter because you're not going to get to do it. I'm going to bounce out. Here, he would need a Call by the Grave in sequence with this to stop us. So, yeah, Nephilim gets stopped. We do not care. That's just 2 bodies that we have to continue our combo. This deck, I'm telling you, this deck can be nuts. It's honestly kind of crazy. Activate the Quartz. I didn't like it at first. I learned to like it. He's going to banish a card on the field. No. Stop doing things and accept your fate. You're done. No more cards in the hand. Nothing in the graveyard. We just got our fusion spell. Use 2 fusion monsters. Going to the Gem Knight Prismura. Yep. Activate the Gem Knight Fusion. Banish the Tapas. Bring the Gem Knight Fusion back to the hand. Activate the Prismura. Pop the... Am I saying that right? Prismura? Prismaura. You know what I'm talking about. Either way, activate the Kashira Unicorn, I think. No, we're activated. My bad. They already activated that. So yeah, we popped the Fenrir. Now we're going to activate our Quartz here to basically return our banished monsters to use as fusion material to go into the Brilliant Diamond. Oh my god, yeah. Activate the Dispersion. Again, Ruby. Aquamarine. Tapas. Ruby, get Aquamarine out of here. Bounce back their Omni Negate, which doesn't really matter. And there goes the scoop. Yeah, man. Let's go back to the deck list. All right, familia. So here we are back at the deck list portion of the video. Yeah, the deck is nuts. It's crazy. You don't have to worry about max here. Well, you do, but not really. Because essentially, if you're doing a combo and it's really easy to get bodies on the field. So even if they do have a nib, which is mainly what you would worry about, you could always just try and set up the negate in the graveyard before they do anything. Or if they're smart and they get this out of the graveyard before you do anything else, then yeah, you might be cooked. But other than that, the deck is really strong. Honestly, I'm surprised at how good it is. I'm going second. I don't know about going first because it doesn't do anything going first. It really doesn't, but... sure. Going second is a force to be reckoned with. You're playing some of the best hand traps on Ferulia, Fualos, Lancia, and Maxi in the same deck. What are you talking about? That alone is a problem. So with that being said, if you guys enjoy the content, leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe, because I would greatly appreciate it. Enough with the yapping. Continue having a great day, and I'm gonna catch you guys next time. Why am I using fingers? I don't know, but I'm out. Peace.